I'm home again, Merkin. What has been going on here? This had all better be cleared up by the time I come back. Hello, this is Mage Rage for week 1 of November. I'm trying something a little bit different this time. I'm doing some post-commentary, and as you can see here, I'm choosing my spells: slowness, ice, lava, water, telekinesis. Here's all the blocks that we are meant to be collecting this week, and we're obviously in a Mesa, a Badlands. One thing that Ed has done this time is he's left fire tick on for November, so we shall see whether that makes any difference. I've chosen lava more for the fact that it will give me fire protection than the fact that I want to start fires all over the place. Now this is a very interesting and nice find really early on, because it's got a magma block that we want. It's also got obsidian that we can just take for making a portal. Yeah, I've got water spells, so I can turn all of that lava into obsidian. And then I can misclick and put lava down in the middle of it, but never mind. I'll still manage to get the obsidian that I need to make a portal, and I've managed, as you notice, to get some gold boots, so I won't be attacked if I go to the nether, and flint and steel to light my portal, so that was really useful. I imagine most people are going to see that one because it's right there at spawn pretty much. And yeah. Right, now what I'm off doing now is just making getting my first wood to get tools, and I'll be going over to get some stone in a moment as well. Yeah, so I've decided not to get the stone from here. I'll go over here, and I think I'm completely missing all of these yellow flowers that are around me. I need yellow because yellow and red makes orange, but I've got a one-track mind, so I'm just killing cows for the moment, and that's going to be my food, my main food, hopefully. There's some stone. There's lots of stone over there. This is going to be my main way of travelling, is the ice platform, and raise it up using telekinesis, which is okay, but it doesn't really get you great distances along. It lifts you up a lot, and that's really nice, but I could have done with something that would take me across faster. Okay, so there's some stone. I can get some basic tools together, and I'll get a bit more stone so I can get a furnace, and that will be me ready to get started. So I can start thinking about collecting, apart from that bonus of the magma block that I was given right at the start. So now's the moment where I'm going to think, oh yes, I need flowers to make orange dye so I can dye some wool, and forgetting all about the 15 yellow dandelions that I ran past earlier while I wasn't even thinking about this kind of thing. There's a dragon up there. Look, dragon. Okay, here's a yellow flower, and somewhere around here there will be a red one. Yep, some red ones down there too. So grab them, and I can make the orange dye, and that'll be me well on my way to the orange wool. There were some sheep. I'm sure I spotted some sheep in the distance, but I can't remember where they were. Were they over here? You are pigs. And you are a dragon. Look at this. You can't avoid a dragon. If you see a sitting dragon, you have to sit on their backs. Now next week, week 2 of November, Ed's going to make them rideable, so you can actually ride them in a controlled fashion and fly around the sky in them. I can't wait for that. But for the moment, I just sit on them and take selfies. Here's a sheep. Hello. Your sacrifice to the cause. And there's a second item on my collection. I've been going about 5 minutes. No, a bit more than that. 8 minutes, probably something like that at this point. And I've got 2 items, which isn't great. Now, what I'm starting to look for is the Mesa. No, not Mesa. Savannah. I need a Savannah. Woo! That was an incredible save. I fell and was trying desperately to switch to slowness in mid-flight, mid-fall. And I got there with about a foot to go before I smashed into the ground. It doesn't always go as well as that, as you'll see later in the episodes. Right, yes, the only other biome I believe I needed was Savannah. Everything else, it can be gathered from around here. So I'm not seeing any sight of a Savannah, acacia trees. So I'm carrying on exploring, except my method of exploration is to go back to places that I've already been to before. I'm obviously quite easily disorientated. Now over here I spot a ravine, and I decide to have a quick fight with a zombie, which goes completely wrong because I've done everything in reverse order and misclicked and got the wrong spells. But here's a bit of iron. I do need a bit of iron to make a bucket, so we can come down here and perhaps even put some light out and not do that. Having lava as my middle one is quite useful for protecting me from fire, but it does mean I'm going to get quite a lot of misfires where I'm placing lava all over the place. Okay, so I've got a little bit of iron, and mainly all I need the iron for is a bucket, but I'm cooking up the iron right now and sitting down this ravine where I'm hoping nothing's going to land on my head. But it's Mage Rage, so who cares? You know, there's a spider over there. Notice that. Yeah, I've made the bucket and filled it up with my own lava, my own personal lava source. That comes in handy. Oh, that spider. No, a different spider. He's getting very close to me, so I'm using the telekinesis method of holding his head in the ceiling and killing him. Just for fun. Here comes another one. He wants to try it. He thought it was so much fun, he would go for it as well. But yeah, it doesn't work with some other mobs. Spiders are easier to kill. I think if you tried holding a creeper in the ceiling like that, it would probably just explode. Zombies would not die. Look, that was good. I managed to get the platform raised up above ground level. But then that wasn't so good. My ice platform disappeared and I just crashed straight down to my death. Okay, we know that this forest, this birch forest here, is obviously the around about where you spawn. Although we've got various spawn places. Now what I've decided to do is make a virtue of a necessity, or something like that, and collect the 64 logs that we need to be able to cook them up into charcoal, because that's the counted item in the centre of the stack. I'm amazed that I'm not being attacked by everything. I think they possibly can't see me in amongst the trees, but I'm walking around here and not being molested at all by anything. Look, there's a zombie over there. Did you see his legs? There's 2 more in the distance ahead of me. Yeah, he's starting to come towards me at last, but he's lost me as well. So, yeah. Right, he's now getting too close. I can actually hear him. So I've got my 64 logs, and I'm trying out the water spell to spin me through the rivers really fast. Yeah, I did find that travelling was a little bit of a problem this time, because I've really only got the method of going up on a platform and then gliding down, or I've got the method of going into water and swimming really fast. Now, did you notice that I put down the coordinates of spawn just then, and what I was hoping to do is always be able to find out how far away from spawn I am. And in particular, I want to set my portal up right near spawn so that if I die, I can come back again. And This skelly isn't much of a threat to me. As you can see, he's far too eager to die on his own. Right, portal time. Yep. No, all the obsidian I collected right at the start, so that should be nice and easy to make a portal. Glide down using your slowness spell, and then use the... There you go. So basically it was on a plate for me, it was just provided. Now all I need in the nether is glowstone. Oh yes, I remember this bit. Yes. How do you make a piece of glowstone? Not like that, is it? Oh, I'm confused, I'm confused. Oh yes, like that. Right, I've got more than enough. So anyway, that's the fourth item. Fourth item, I've been going about 20 minutes now. So, throw out junk, come back. That was a quick nether trip, wasn't it? Right, but what do we need now? We are getting... Ah, right, yes, this is... I thought, why not use the lava from my lava bucket as my fuel source to cook up the logs into charcoal while I go underground and fall and nearly kill myself. Right, I think that addled my brains, because what I'm down here for, it isn't brain addling so much as my usual problem of... Oh look, an ice platform. Yeah, my usual problem of having a one-track mind. I'll think of one thing that I want to be doing, and that's redstone at the moment, so I ignore everything else around me. Did you notice when I fell right beside gold ore? And of course gold ore is one of the things we need for a gold block. And okay, I'm down at the right level now, and I'm looking for redstone. I can hear water somewhere nearby. Look, what's that? I've got planks in my floor down at level 11. That must be one of the lowest places you can have a mine shaft. I'm not sure I want a mine shaft for anything. It's just... it's a way of getting around. In fact, it lures me. It wastes a little bit of my time because, look, I'm walking up. I'm getting much too high for redstone anyway at this point. So I don't know what I'm doing. I think that was the moment where I realised I'm much too high. You need to be right back down here. And using that telekinesis to drill through the rocks until you get some redstone or lava. That was unexpected. You don't normally expect to see lava flowing at you when you're at that level. But then again, I'm actually at level 8, not 11. Here's the redstone I wanted, and that's enough of it. Right, I can make the block, and that is... yeah, it suddenly looks like I've got fewer of my items in the collection made than I thought, but that's probably because I've left the bucket of lava upstairs cooking the charcoal. So that's 2 more items that can add to this collection as soon as I get back upstairs again. Okay, so that's me thinking about campfires. How do you make a campfire? I need to die, I'm thinking. Yeah, let's get back to the surface the fast way by dying. And there we go. Alright, where am I compared to my portal and my cooking? And it can't be far away. There it is, just over there. Right, so let's do a bit of water skiing and zoom with the water spell to get back here. Okay, it's only half cooked. It's still going to take a bit longer. So I refill my lava bucket. Did you realise that I didn't, but that hole I put it in was actually my path down underground that I'd just been using. So it wasn't a one block of lava that I was making there. I was making an entire lava fall if I hadn't picked it up quickly. Right. No, it's not going to work. You haven't picked up enough logs yet. There's the third one that you need. Campfire. Got it. Okay, so that's the 1, 2, 3, 4. I think that was 6. And the 7th item will be the charcoal. Right, back underground. I've now remembered that there was gold that I saw down here, so we can tick the gold off the list. Not quite yet. Got 6 out of the 9 that I need. I was thinking, where did I see more? Not round here, but maybe there was some when I went deeper. That wasn't a very good jump. I'd forgotten and didn't have slowness selected as I jumped off there, so cracked my shins. Right, and now, yeah, let's play games with a zombie. And he's dead. Right, good. This doesn't work too well. If you're deep underground, do not try the ice platform levitation trick. Not unless you want to just die quickly in a block and have to come out like this. Right, respawn. Here we end up with a little bit of fun and games. Okay. Oh, I tried refreshing my ice platform. I don't know whether that even works. And then let's try playing with some mobs for a while. Oh, that really was not the spell that you wanted. So I thought, let's eat that golden apple that I found right at the start and become strong for a few minutes. Did you notice that was the charcoal all finished cooking at that point? As I went past it, I just picked it all up and added that to my... So we're back down in this familiar place and running away from everybody yet again. I'm not really sure what I'm achieving now. This is... I probably just want a quiet place to gather my thoughts. A little bit of fuel. But really, all I've got to do now, there's only 2 items that I've got left to do. One of them is the gold block, so I need to cook up the gold. And the other one is the final item that required me to find that savannah. And I've still not seen any sign of that savannah yet. But then again, every time I go searching for it, I seem to just go round in circles, all very, very close to spawn. So it wasn't exactly the world trawling of search. Well, I can English. Yes. I can't even think what I was aiming for there. But anyway, while I'm doing this, I'm cooking up the gold, making the gold block. Let's put that together. And I don't need these, but I'm picking them up anyway. And I think I just need to die again. Let's go back to the surface. And the last thing that we need now, the final thing, is to find the savannah. Now, where have I been and where shall I go to? Here's the questions. Another save. I didn't realise the way that the ice platform works. But apparently what really happens is that as soon as you place the ice platform, it starts a timer and it's going to vanish after a certain time. Now, it has nothing to do with how many times you click telekinesis to raise yourself up. The ice platform is just going to vanish after a certain number of seconds. And if you manage to get in 2 lifts with the telekinesis, then you get 2, and if you'd managed to get 3, you get 3. But the ice platform will always vanish at that same time. So that's what I wasn't realizing, and I was just ending up crashing down. And sometimes I could save myself by holding slowness, and sometimes I couldn't switch to it fast enough. My finger trouble is increasing now. As you notice, I'm doing things like locking a spell in place when I wasn't even intending to. I've been playing around about 35-40 minutes by now, and evidently that's all my fingers can take. Right, I actually meant to lock a water spell in place at that time, just to make sure I didn't come off of it. So I was doing a bit of swimming around, hoping to see a savannah. So I'm going all the way over in this direction, and I think that is basically east, because the sun's coming up over there. And, yeah, although it's all very dry, warm, it's all mesa. There we go. I saved myself properly that time. Right. I had just a kind of strange feeling that perhaps you can find acacia wood, because it's acacia planks is what I need, in the mine shafts in the mesa. But no, that's not what you find. So, and I was being distracted by some of these oak trees in the distance. The colours of their leaves reminded me of the acacia trees leaf colours. That Enderman really wants to be my friend and come in all close and cosy with me. So I thought I'll give you the opportunity. Hello, and send me back to spawn. Right. So, back at spawn, let's go searching in a different direction. Now, I was thinking that it doesn't look very hopeful, but I ought to search over in the western direction over there. Yeah. Just because I haven't looked there. It doesn't look very hopeful because, well, it's mountainous and you can see it's not the same sort of warm, dry environment. Yeah, there's lots of spruce trees. That's not very hopeful, but everywhere has to be searched. Yep. Okay, so I'm getting over this. This is exactly an area that I've travelled over before. This is where I went right at the beginning. So I've got to veer off. Oh look, a bit of desert in the distance. I thought, well, that has to be checked out. You've got to go over and have a look at the desert. But this again, it's a bit frustrating. I wish I had a better travelling spell. Yeah, I mean, fire running would have been great. Blink, I suppose, but something to help me travel a lot in those directions. You know, if this would have been a good example of where you could use healing wings. We're in the Badlands, and so there's lots of gold to be had. I could have got extra gold, and I could have used the healing wings to fly. So that would have been an interesting one. But, yeah, it didn't happen. I didn't choose healing. Didn't know anything about it. So, of course, right, so we're over to the desert and we're looking for a savannah. So we want a change, but it looks like a very little desert, and yeah, I don't know. And then I spot something over the top of those trees. Look, there it is. There is savannah. That's, well, I don't know if it's the only one, but it's certainly a savannah, and that will do me. I just need to come over here and get logs, turn it into planks, and that'll be me finished. So there we go, 46 minutes 53 seconds. Thank you very much for watching. Bye.